Greetings, everyone. Happy Wednesday to you. You know, the internet is just chock full of questions being asked by dog owners seeking advice or recommendations for training their dog. And there's many answers that come flooding back to them, sometimes from their families, from veterinarians, from professional dog trainers, just from the very best friend that already has a dog. A lot of this advice is sound, it's fine. But every now and then, something comes along that you have to wonder, what the heck? What were you thinking? Seriously, that's your answer to this question. So when those come up and I come across them, oh, you can count on it. I'm definitely going to address it. And the reason why I'm going to do so is not just to really ridicule this person or this answer. It's about helping the dogs. It's always about the dogs first. Okay? Again, I always said they're just pawns on a giant chessboard of life. And we're the ones pushing those pawns either into danger or in an area in which they can take advantage. So let me kind of just read this question that got asked out there on the internet. Here we go. Does anyone correct their dogs for when their ears stand up when your dog is training or going for a walk? I saw on a YouTube video of a trainer correcting their dog for having their ears up because when the ears go up, it means that they're not tuned in to you. Alrighty. Okay, so you know me, right off the bat, I'm going to ask the obvious. So what if you have a dog that doesn't have pointy ears? What if it has floppy ears? Does this pertain to them as well? What are you going to do then? How do you check to see if your dog is fully tuned in to you? So that's the obvious question. That one didn't get asked, so I'm only assuming that the person who asked this question has a dog whose ears are able to stand erect. The next question I've got to ask is this. Do you really want your dog to be fully tuned in to you? Because if you do, you're asking too much. No animal is going to give you all of their attention. I don't care what you do. You've seen Captain, he loves a ball. Oh my gosh, he loves a ball. And he loves those treats I was giving him in the last couple of videos. But I'm here to tell you right now, I guarantee you, I absolutely guarantee if a cat runs by, if a dog comes near him growling during those moments, or something really loud or frightening occurs, it's over. Forget the ball. That was a cool thing to have. Forget the treat. That was nice as well. But that thing could cost me my life, or I might need to pay attention to this other thing because, well, sorry, Brian, but it may trump the ball. So if you're seeking to gain your dog's entire attention, you're going to lose that battle. You're not going to get it. And again, I get that we need to seek attention. We do need some attention. You need to motivate your dog to pay attention. And you always need to take into account their ability to comprehend what it is you're trying to teach them at this moment. What is their prior training abilities? What have you already instilled? And what is your end goal? But for animals, when the ears come up, it means many things, many things. One, they are attentive. They are paying attention to something. Something has piqued their interest. It's typically a biological indicator of an arousal enhancement, meaning the dog has kind of left the calm zone and now moved into the arousal zone. Probably low level at that point there, but nevertheless, hey, I was just kind of chilling here, and then all of a sudden, boom, here they come, straight forward. Or you can even find that the ears will even turn, absolutely. When I was a police officer, I kind of counted on that with my Belgian Malinois named Yager. His ears would turn. He may be focused at the entrance to a building that maybe we've tracked a bad guy into. But I would count on him. I would watch him because even though his eyes were focused on the entrance to that building, every now and then those ears would suddenly turn a different direction. And that means he hears something. Something is approaching. And if he's heard it before and he can interpret what it is and it doesn't need to be moved up on the priority list, he'd maintain his attention on that entrance. But if it was something different, maybe his approaching footsteps, his head turned. And trust me, when his head turned, So did mine. So ears go for a lot of reasons, either for attention, for arousal. They also go up because when I'm trying to use all my senses to learn something, remember about cognition, the transformation, the mental transformation of sensory input into knowledge. Well, I need lots of clues. Take you, for example, go to a foreign country. You're going to use those ears. They're going to perk up a little bit, especially if you hear a word that you know. Or if you're trying to learn words, you're trying to understand, what is someone saying to me? You'll use everything you have. You'll use your eyes, your sense of smell, touch if you can, certainly your ears. So your ears will perk up along with that. So I really just don't get it. I don't understand why you would ever correct a dog for its ears going up. That's your responsibility. To have your subject, its attention, that's your responsibility to gain that. That's not the rest of the world. When you're out there training your dog, you are out there amongst thousands of competing motivators. You bet, unless you're in the middle of absolutely nowhere, nowhere, there's nothing, there's no animal, there's no nothing. Well, you're still competing probably with the wind, the movement of the sun, things that your dog can hear that you would never hear, things that your dog can see that you can't see, things it can smell that you can't smell. Nature gave your dog all of this enhanced sensory input to survive in a world minus the owner who is saying, I'm going to correct you for putting your ears up. They were, all these senses, super enhanced because I wasn't supposed to be with you, but I am now. So please allow me to use them so I can learn from you. Yes, I'm trying to pick up that word, that voice inflection. What did you just say? Have we been over this before? Why would you deprive your animal of using all of its senses? Why would you dare correct a dog for raising its ears up? I'm telling you what, when Captain's ears go back, I notice that if I'm training right then. Why? I've crossed some boundary. I've entered to this land called fear. Something's wrong. He's confused. He doesn't get it. And now I look at other signs, and his tail could be tucked. And he's proud of that darn tail. I told you about that big old white tail of his. Oh, he's particular about that. So he likes to show it off. Sometimes he'll have what's called an anxiety trigger, where the paw will come up. I look for all of these, but the first thing I look at, because I'm looking at him, I'm looking directly at him, is his ears. Are they perked up? Are they leaning forward? Are they turning? Worse yet, are they going back? Because if they are, that's exactly when I back off my training, right then and there. I need to step back for a moment and reassess what the heck's going on here. What did I do? What's creating this? Am I the cause? Or is just the environment the cause? Or is that dog that, gosh, dang, Captain, he's 100 yards away. But maybe it is the cause. I need you to do the same thing. So guys, this was horrible advice. Horrible. And unfortunately, you run into it every now and then, but it was absolutely incorrect. If, again, I have not watched this video, so again, we always have to give benefit to the other side of the story. Maybe the way it was presented in the video was completely different than the way it was interpreted by this dog owner asking the question. So again, I don't have access to that video. I can't find it anywhere. But if it's out there, it must have been someone saw something and they asked a question. You know, again, take it for half of what it really is, because it certainly could be a different half to that story. And we just don't know what it is right now. But if it is what the dog owner is saying, their testimony, then it's wrong. It is absolutely incorrect. So don't do that. If your dog's ears are capable of standing up, pay attention to them. When they're up, it's good. When they're down, it's bad in training. Other times, they'll just lay them down on their own. They'll scratch a little bit there, kind of lay them back. But man, I tell you, maybe it's just from all my years of training police service dogs and having them depend on one who saved my life more than one occasion, I learned to pay attention to those ears. those are one of the first indicators that something is going on with your animal. So I need you guys to do the same thing. So when you run across stuff like that that's out there and you're sitting there going, okay, that doesn't make a lick of sense. Or my instinct's going, that's not right. That doesn't seem right. Send it to me. Send it to me. I'll check in it. I'll do the best I can to find out the source of it. And if I can, I'll definitely approach it. But at a minimum, we'll discuss it here on Facebook Live. But in the meantime, get those ears up, get your ears up, get the training, keep that attitude up in your dog, and you ignore this kind of nonsense. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Enjoy the rest of your day and get the training out there. You're probably still working on that common call. That's going to be an everyday thing for a little while there. Make sure the ears up when you do it. Okay, I'll check you guys out tomorrow. Have a good day.